After doing our countertops, we decided to do a dining room table and an entryway table. And at that time, a friend of ours came over to do our epoxy garage flooring, completely different process, by the way. And he was amazed by what we had created, blown away, and said, "You guys need to make this a business." I really wasn't interested in making this a business, but I really enjoyed working with the product. And so I asked my husband to build me a little studio in our garage so I can do some epoxy work, but more just art, just a hobby. And the more I worked with it, the more I fell in love with it every day. And I wanted to go out in the garage and create something. So we decided we need to do this as a business. We have the skill, we have the talent, and this product needs to be out in the public. People need to know that this is an option that they never had before. We started with tables and moved on to counters, and here we are today, proud owners of Artisan Design Concepts. So as a business owner, it's our job to make sure that you're completely knowledgeable about what epoxy countertops are they right for you, and what are some of the pros and the cons, because they're not for everybody. So some of the pros is we can mimic natural stone and get very close to looking like the real thing. It has unlimited design potential. Really, our limitation is your imagination. And it is very durable. I really would like to give you a con, but it's really less than a con and more of just a piece of awareness. So here I have a sample of fantasy brown marble. And let's say we pulled this out of the ground. We don't know what's behind the dirt. We don't know what we're gonna pull out or what kind of variations exist, but it's still fantasy brown marble. As an artist, I'm going to recreate something based on the sample that you choose, but it's never going to be 100% to what you see here. But the cool thing is that you own a unique piece of art on your countertop surface, something that your neighbor could never have the exact same counter. It'll all look the same general design. We want you to fall in love with the idea and not get married to the exact placement of where a vein or a cell goes. So just something to keep in mind. One of the cons that you have to keep in mind is really the time it takes to fabricate and pour and install your custom countertops in your home. So epoxy takes 30 days to fully cure. And though we could bring it to you sooner, we choose not to, and here's why. We want to wait till it's completely ready for you to use. You don't have to baby it and be careful with it. And after 30 days, we take it to this really gorgeous satin sheen. And what that does is it allows the surface to feel more like natural stone, because let's face it, natural stone is not glossy. Taking it down to this satin sheen also allows you to hide the fingerprints. I know that that's one of my pet peeves. And really hide any of the scratches, little imperfections that you might create yourself over the course of time. Because there's little scratches that show up in your countertops today that you may or may not notice, but with a glossy finish, it's gonna be a lot more easy to notice. Sorry, it got away from me. I really was telling you about a con and got swept up with a pro because, you know, we love this and we live with this every single day and we get excited, and not just because we own the business, but because we love it. So again, it does take a little time to get it into your surface, but we promise it is worth the wait.